This is an excerpt from my PhD thesis and also from my book, Ecological Ignorance in Mainstream Economics, because this book is a product of my PhD thesis, and the subject of my PhD thesis was, why does mainstream economics ignore ecology? And with mainstream economics, I mean neoclassical or neoliberal economics that dominates the teaching of economics today. And in a sub-chapter under introduction, back to basics, what is economics and what it is for, I analyzed the popular definitions of economics. Two examples. And I showed that even these official definitions are misleading. The first example, economics. What is economics? A social science that deals with the production, distribution, consumption of goods and services. Sounds very logical and even scientific, but something very important is missing here, which is recycling. The historical perspective is missing, as if all these processes, production, distribution, consumption, can go on forever without any limits, any constraints, totally independent of the physical and biological conditions of the world. So it must be corrected like this. My suggestion is like this. What is economics? An evolutionary and holistic human science that deals with human needs along with the reproduction, distribution and consumption of goods and services to satisfy human needs. And the students must always be warned that nature is the primary producer and recycler, that is, primary reproducer. Nature is not a passive raw material resource or a passive dumping ground for waste. And the second example, another definition, what is economics? Study of how society uses its limited resources. This definition is also misleading because, again, a historical perspective is missing. Things can change. Seemingly unlimited resources like clean air, fish, fertile soils, clean water may become limited or scarce within time, and vice versa, depending on the politics and economic system. So students must be warned about these changes and about the historical perspective with concrete examples from the history, from anthropology.